You can't hear me, but hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
That's good. Thanks
See,
for joining
hi,
us.
here I am.
Hi, everyone. We're matching today, Amy.
We are
You got the memo.
Slojourn colours. Woo.
When are you off on your trip, Amy? Today? Tomorrow?
Like no, like next week. So I'm just like trying to get everything organized.
Yeah,
So yeah, no
exciting.
Goldie for me, no Goldie, but that's okay.
We've got a few more jumping in, so we'll just add them as they arrive. We'll just give it a couple more minutes for everyone to connect. Sometimes the internet gods are not kind to us. Welcome, everyone. Oh, everyone's coming in hot.
I'll just do a bit of housekeeping while everyone's kind of still jumping in. But yeah, if anyone has any questions at all throughout the presentation while Narelle and I are chatting through, feel free to just pop them like in the chat box. Otherwise, just wait till the end and we can have a bit of time to go through some questions. If anyone wants to delve a little bit deeper into any of the resorts or anything, we can spend a bit of time at the end doing that as well.
Yeah, okay. I think we might get started. Share my screen.
Ivana. She said she's come straight from the gym, so
Oh,
she'll leave her pants
fantastic.
off. I
Fantastic.
love that.
We love your dedication.
The beauty of working from home.
Okay, I might, can you actually, before, just make sure that, just going to stop sharing, just make sure that everyone's automatically able to join. Okay, let's get started.
Can they automatically?
They should be able to. Okay, can everyone see our screens? Actually,
Yeah.
Yep,
Yep, we can.
great.
Perfect.
Okay, take it away, Means.
For those that haven't met us before, I think most of you have seen our faces around. I'm Nina and Narelle from Slojourn Studio. We are one of Australia's representation agencies that really focuses on, the serenity of that slow, sustainable travel. So where we might differentiate is that our portfolio, you'll notice it is a little bit more boutique, and it is that real slow ethos that we tend to lean into when we're taking on any of our clients. So today we'll kind of just run through all of our representation brands that we represent, so a range of hotels, and then we'll finish off with our really immersive DMCs that we've currently got in our portfolio. As I mentioned, if you've got any questions at all, feel free to pop them in the chat. Otherwise, you can kind of jump on through. Otherwise, we'll wait till the end and just ask all your questions then, and we can delve into anyone a little bit deeper. So we'll start off today talking about Xenier Hotels. So Xenier is a really amazing brand that's all about inspiring life's greatest stories. So Xenia Hotels is a group of one-of-a-kind hotels, resorts, and lodges in some of the really most beautiful parts of the world. It was founded by a Frenchman, so Arnold Xenier, in 2011. He actually came from a big fashion house background, so that's his family business. But in 2011, he decided to step away from the family business and step into hospitality. He saw a bit of a gap in the market between marrying his real love of design and love of hospitality too. So when we run through the Xenier properties today, you'll kind of notice and you can really see his love of design starting to shine through. Every Xenier property has a very strong sense of place, and just a really beautiful, location that it is in. So very iconic properties in some very unique parts. I'm going to start off today with Xenia Bay San Ho. So Bay San Ho is in Vietnam, and Bay San Ho means Bay of Coral in Vietnamese. So lending to its name, it's on a really beautiful, pristine, private peninsula. So it's about a 1 kilometer stretch of private beach, and there's 73 villas altogether. So it is a really big, expansive property, and there's between 1 and 4 bedrooms. So it is a really good one for groups of friends, families traveling together as well, just with those multi-villa booking villas. How to get to Xenia Bay San Ho? So it is located central Vietnam, down there near Quy Nhon. We kind of find clients get to Xenia Bay San Ho in two different ways. They're either Xenia Bay San Ho is the destination, so they're going to fly into Phuket Airport, which is just this one with a code UIH. And it's an hour and a half drive from there. So you get picked up in a beautiful Xenia car, and they'll take you to the property. Otherwise, clients are obviously doing a bigger Vietnamese itinerary. Maybe it's their first time to Vietnam. So generally, we do find that they add it onto kind of their hop. So they'll start up here in the northern region, go to Da Nang, and then from Da Nang, they'll get the Viettage train, which is a beautiful 6-hour train drive, and it stops at Quy Nhon. Because Xenia is a little bit off the general, tourist traps of Vietnam, you do find that it is a little harder to get to. It is a little bit more secluded, but that really lends into the magic of the property. So the best time to visit is between March and September. So a really good one because it is our Australian winter. So the perfect time to get away from our winter and go and experience Xenia when it is at its best. And that's when you will see the property, really beautiful blue water, very calming, and sunny skies. We do get people also traveling in the wet season if they don't mind, a little bit of rain. It is very seasonal kind of rain as well in that area too. But if your clients are definitely wanting it to be that beach escape, then we'd highly recommend they travel, that March to September time of year. So Xenia Bay San Ho is a really breathtaking Vietnamese design. Very cool, very modern interiors. And we've also got 3 dining outlets as well. This is our favorite one. Obviously, we love having dining on the beach, feet in the sand, beautiful casual lunchtime dining option as well. But then we've got 2 other main restaurants on property too. So lots of different options for your clients. And this picture really shows the expanse of the property. It is really big. As I mentioned, it's on a private peninsula. So one of the beautiful things about that is there's no room for development to open up around the property. So it is going to stay like this over the years as well. As you can see here, you've got your paddy field villas, which run in the middle of the resort and face the rice paddy fields. We've also got all these beautiful hilltop villas, which get a stunning views out over the ocean. And then we've got the beachfront villas, which are always really popular from this market. Everyone loves to stay right down on the beach. As well. So really big property. There is a lot to experience in the nature and experience the culture. So on the back side of these mountains, that's where you'll find the local fishing village, and that's where we do like our market tours, our fishing village tours. There's also waterfalls around. Clients, if they're a little bit more active, they can get bikes and ride around as well through the property. So there's a lot to do on offer as well, instead of just a resort stay. There's also, if you've got younger kids too, there's a kids club as well, which do things like cooking classes and kids yoga. So it's a really beautiful option in Vietnam and a great one that kind of ticks the box for families and couples alike. Then we jump over to Xenia Pumbai Tang, which is in Cambodia. So Pumbai Tang means green village. So this property is very green, it's very tranquil, and very lush. So it's similar size property to Bai San Ho. So it's 45 stilted villas that are dotted around the property to kind of replicate that Cambodian village vibe. Um, all of the villas can sleep up to 2 adults and 2 kids, so that's the max. They are all the same. And there's villas that come with no pools and then the ones with pools. So super easy when you're booking for your clients. And one of the beautiful things about Pumbai Tang is its location. So it is located in Siem Reap, but it's about a 20, half an hour tuk-tuk ride out of the city. But the beauty of that is that your clients can go in the Xenia branded tuk-tuk into Siem Reap and explore the city. But then at the end of the day, really retreat back to Pumbai Tang and just step away from the busyness and feel that real tranquil vibe. It is very close. It's only about 15 minutes to Angkor Wat. So a really great one for a stepping stone into experiencing Cambodia and Angkor Wat and seeing the temples.
Okay, and now we're going to hop on over to Namibia. Zanye Omanda is the flagship property in Namibia. This is a really great option for clients that are looking to a pre and post day when they're entering Namibia and doing quite an extensive itinerary. So location-wise, we're only 30 minutes from Windhoek International Airport, between 30 and 40 minutes. We're 15 Owambo style traditional huts on the property. As Anina said, the beauty of Zanier and its signature experiences that they create these beautiful, amazing Xenia sense of place immersion. So this is a great one for families over 6 years of age, if you are traveling with children, where you have all your Xenia amenities, beautiful restaurant, spa, and access to a beautiful conservation game drives on the daily. So everything at your doorstep, and we're quite close to Windhoek main town center as well. So you can explore the local areas as well as immerse yourself in the beautiful conservation and rehabilitation programs on property. We also have Zanier Sinop, which is our second property in Namibia. This is a beautiful combination stay and a real 1920 safari lodge experience. So we have a total of how many villas have we got? 10.
Yeah.
10 tented, beautiful 1 and 2 bedroom tented suites at the property, and they're built into these amazing natural boulders on the Namib desert. So a beautiful, beautiful immersion. We've got an outdoor cinema. We recently just were awarded 3 Michelin star keys. So amazing dining and cuisine options on property. But again, it's a real stepping back in time to that real colonial British explorer expedition type experience. As you can see from the furnishings, everything is meticulously crafted, right down to beautiful, beautiful brass bathtubs on the verandas with expansive views of the Namib Desert. So in terms of activities on property, again, game drives, e-bikes, horseback riding, hot air ballooning on property, the concierge team are, standing by to assist with that. Or if you just want to retreat and just be immersed in this beautiful surrounds, that's really highly encouraged as well. The drive between the two properties is roughly between 5 and 6 hours, and it is a safe drive to do. A lot of our guests prefer to do that because it gives them a bit more of an immersion in destination. Alternatively, they can fly domestically. It's roughly about a 1 hour flight between the two properties. But again, very different offerings, very immersive, very highly curated, textile-driven experiences, which the Zanier brand is so famously renowned for. And then to Zanier Le Chalet, which is actually the flagship property of the Zanier brand. It is located in the beautiful Megève ski village in the French Southern Alps. The property is a 12-suite mountain retreat. So think of that beautiful alpine furnishings, sit by the fire with beautiful red wine in hand, a great retreat. We are 5 minutes from the ski lifts in Megève. So the concierge is on hand. It's fully staffed. This is a great multi-gen booking as well if you want to hire out the entire lodge for the ski season. And we do have a beautiful restaurant on property as well. Megève is, highly known for its beautiful cobblestone pathways and Michelin-star dining, fresh produce. So a great food and ski immersion for your clients. And then coming soon.
And then the newest one in the Xenia portfolio, which is going to be one of the hottest hotel openings of 2026, is Xenia Bendor. So Bendor is located in the south of France. It's going to be 93 rooms. And it is located on a private island. We have just starting to receive some news about Xenia Bendor, which is really exciting. But think kind of those vibes of the French Riviera, very old school glamour type vibe, and it is just going to be that real barefoot luxury, timeless elegance. You're going to have to get a private boat to get over to Xenia Bendor. So an incredible property that is due to open in May 2026. If you want to know any more, we are starting to take bookings now as well. So just reach out to us for any more info. We can put you in touch with the teams to get some rates as well. But yeah, a really exciting one that is going to be very highly regarded for next year. So we're really excited about Xenia Bendor. So at a little bit of a glance, some things to think of when you're thinking of Xenia for your clients. As we mentioned, Vietnam, Cambodia, Namibia, and France. Bookable, direct, or they're all on GDS. And it's just that Xenia Bendor is that real understated luxury. It's the perfect blend of authentic culture and luxury as well, and very sustainable in all of their practices. And then let's jump to the Maldives. So let's go to Suniva. Suniva is, a property in its own right because it's very well renowned. It's all about inspiring a lifetime of rare experiences. Suniva really is the pinnacle of barefoot luxury in the Maldives. It's really the pioneers in its own right. And I'll start off, there is 3 properties in the Maldives, but I'll start off with Suniva Secret because Suniva Secret opened last year, so in 2024. It is the newest opening in the portfolio, and it is definitely the most high touch point, highly curated properties in the Maldives. So there is only 14 expansive villas altogether, and it is very remote. So it was a secret for many years, hence the name. And it's located in the Hadalu Atoll. So it's very far away. And as we said, it's very remote. So it is actually the only resort in the whole atoll. And as I mentioned, it's 14 villas, so very small, very intimate. And each villa comes with a dedicated team of 3. So you're going to get a barefoot guardian for your 24/7 butler service, a barefoot assistant, and also every villa comes with a dedicated chef. So this is the property for clients that want a highly curated experience, or they just want a little bit of privacy. They might be Suniva enthusiasts and want something new, but it definitely is just the most luxury property in the Maldives at the moment. It's 1 to 2 bedroom villas altogether in their very classic Suniva style. So you've got the slides into the ocean, you've got infinity pools. Every villa also comes with a private gym and a spa treatment room. So as I mentioned, clients can either stay in their room, get their spa treatments, have their private chef come in to the house. Otherwise, we've also got 2 main restaurants on island as well. So Suniva Secret, at a little bit of a glance, rates start from about that US $4,000 per night. That is actually with full board included for 2 as well. We've currently got a stay 7, pay 5, stay 4, pay 3 in market. And we did actually recently have an agent send their clients there for 3 nights for their honeymoon. And on the first night, they emailed us to say they are loving it so much, they've extended for another 4 nights. They ended up staying a week in total because they just said it was the most incredible place they've ever been. So that kind of speaks to how amazing it was that they only lasted a day before they needed to extend. But it's definitely the most, intimate Maldivian hideaway because it is such a small island too. The island villas run the expanse of the property. So you're going to get, those sunrise and sunset views. And another point to note is the marine life up there. So it's very great for diving, for snorkeling, because it is located in such an untouched atoll. The marine life is unlike anywhere else in the Maldives, and they do have the big five of the Maldives all year round. So you're going to get your mantas, your rays, your sharks, your turtles, and your
Whale shark.
whale sharks. So that is Suniva Secret. And then we've jumped to the Bar Atoll for Suniva Fushi. So Suniva Fushi was the original barefoot hideaway in the Maldives. It's everyone's favorite island once they've been there. It's a really hard one to articulate into words because Suniva Fushi definitely has a magic around it. It's somewhere that needs to really be felt to be feel like it's a very emotive place once you're there, and it's hard to put into words, just the magic of the island. It used to be, well, it is, a natural island, so it's very beautiful. It's that lush, dense, real jungle vibes. This picture makes the island look small because the villas are so massive, but it's actually one of a really big island. So there's 63 island villas altogether and 8 of the water reserves. And we do have up to 9-bedroom villas. So really amazing option for corporate bookings, for wellness escapes, retreats. We do a lot of multi-gen. Suniva is home to the Den, which they're world-class kids club. So Suniva properties are amazing for kids and families that are traveling around. And as you can see from that picture of the island, you can't even see the villas because the island is so dense, and it really is a selling point because the villas are then really private. So your clients are going to get that real privacy no matter if they're in the island villas or the water retreats. So Suniva Fushi starts about that 2,200 US per night. Again, we've got our stay pay on offer, and it's that real iconic Robertson Cruiseco Island vibe. As we mentioned, it's got the kids club there, and Suniva is also home to 24/7 unlimited ice cream, cheese, and chocolate room as well. So you can jump on your bike, do laps of the island, grab a gelato as you lap around, and just continue that for the rest of the day until your heart's content of gelato. Another good thing a thing to mention about Suniva is that it is that, no news, no shoes philosophy. So you do get your shoes put into a little bag as you arrive, and the whole ethos around that is just getting really grounded with nature. So just being barefoot, and just stripping back of, all the worries of the world and just very childlike experiences again. And then we've got Suniva Jani. So Suniva Jani was built to primarily be their overwater haven. Suniva Jani is iconic for the slides into the ocean. It's in the Nonu Atoll, which is about an hour boat ride from Fushi. So we do get a lot of clients doing the split stay. So they'll do a split stay between Fushi for a few nights, and then they'll get the boat to Jani for a few nights as well. So where Jani kind of differentiates as well from Fushi is that Fushi is that real jungle, a bit more of like that rustic luxury feel, and Jani is a little bit more of the barefoot redefined. So a little more of the whitewashed timbers. Again, there's retractable roofs in all the villas which open up, amazing stargazing at night. If there is a drop of rain, they automatically shut as well. So it's just that real indoor-outdoor living. It's very calming aesthetic throughout. So Suniva Jani again starts at similar price to Fuji, so around that 2,500 US. It is majority over water, retreats between 1 and 5 bedrooms. Something to note too, if you've got any surf clients, there is surf at all of the Suniva properties throughout the year. It's just very dependent on winds and certain times of year. So if you have clients that are really big into surf, it's good to reach out to the team, let us know kind of what time of year, and we can kind of guide them at if there's going to be surf at Jani or Fushi.
And then we have Saniva in Aqua. So Saniva in Aqua is our floating villa, Saniva experience throughout the Maldives, so to speak. It's berthed at Saniva Fushi year round, and guests have the option to either charter it for a day or charter it as their floating villa to explore the different atolls within the region. So located in the Bar Atoll, which is a UNESCO Biosphere conservation area, there is a lot to see and do. So this is a great option for clients who are a bit more adventurous, your surf seekers, those who are really keen divers, and just don't want to actually be bound by a one island, one resort concept. Saniva and Aqua is a 2-cabin berth starting at 5,500 per night, but that's an all-inclusive rate. You get a fully staffed team, obviously your captain that will navigate the different atolls for you, a spa therapist, chef, so that real Saniva indulgence and high touch point experience, but on your floating yacht. There is a pool, as you can see on the top deck here, and there is also a sunken jacuzzi in the main cabin, which is a glass bottom jacuzzi. So at night when you're retreating to your cabin for a relaxing bath, you can see all the beautiful aquatic life that beneath you as you cruise the atolls. Saniva in Aqua can be used to transfer guests between Saniva Fushi and Saniva Jani as well. We do have some guests that will do that 3 Saniva experience as well. So that's also a great option to keep up your sleeve for clients as well. And then we move on to Song Sa in Cambodia. So imagine this, you wake up in a Cambodia rainforest with the beautiful immersion of nature around you with uninterrupted vistas of the turquoise Korong archipelago. That is where Song Sa private island is located in the Korong archipelago. And it's a really barefoot luxury meets genuine purpose hospitality experience. Song Sa is located on its own island, a 45-minute speedboat from Sihanoukville port. So flying to Song Sa, you will head into Siem Reap or Phnom Penh Airport. Phnom Penh Airport, if for those who don't know, had actually just closed down and been moved to the new Techno Airport, which is 20 kilometers south of Phnom Penh Airport, which surprisingly is one of the best airports in the region now, and also increases capacity to Cambodia as a destination. So there's going to be a lot you probably see in the media with that opening, and it's an exciting time for the destination as bigger aircrafts and more flight routes open up for the destination. Getting to the property, it can either drive from the new Techno Airport, which is roughly about a 2-hour drive on beautifully new tar-sealed roads, and then a quick speedboat transfer over to Song Sa private island. As I mentioned, it is barefoot luxury meets genuine purpose. So Song Sa, well before Song Sa became a luxury private resort, was built on the foundation of preservation and conservation of the Korong archipelago. So our founder, Melita, stumbled across the 2 beautiful islands, otherwise known as the Lovebird Islands in the Korong archipelago many moons ago. And during that time, it was overfished. There was quite a lot of pollution in the area, and locals didn't really understand the importance of preserving the ecosystems in the area. So Melita took it upon herself to educate the local fishing villages and islands, and really built their confidence up to be proud of their heritage and their surrounds. And then many years later, Song Sa Private Island Resort was born. So conservation and preservation is deeply rooted in our DNA, and you could say that they are the pioneers of regenerative travel in the region. So 24 villas in total, all have biophilic design. A lot of the material used in the design was upcycled and repurposed and put back into the property during that design process. And that biophilic design really means that we give guests that external, we're taking nature from outside and giving that to them in their interior design, really calming, beautiful timbers, Cambodian traditional accents, and uninterrupted vistas of the ocean. So all of the villas have their own private pools. We have a beautiful restaurant on property as well. We have a beautiful spa and wellness facility. And there is something new coming to the property, which we will be announcing later this month. So keep an eye on your inboxes as that news comes to market. It's really exciting. It's going to elevate the guest experience, and we're so beyond proud of the team and what they've created. Also popular at Songsa Private Island is the bioluminescent swim. So at night, you can jump in the ocean and it comes to life. Kind of think of Moana, the kids movie where it all lights up and everything becomes really quite magical. It's a great experience for families, honeymooners, and our guests absolutely love it. Swimming at 7 p.m. at night is like having a warm bath in Cambodia as well. So it's a great experience. Starting from 1,024 per night, inclusive of breakfast, the 24 villa property also lends itself to be a really great resort buyout option for corporate groups as well. We have a few of those locked in for 2026. So if you've got any clients that are looking to explore that, Songsa is a great option for that. So we have up to 2-bedroom villas that accommodate up to 6 guests. So a great one for multi-gen families as well that are traveling. And like I said, preservation, regenerative travel, and sustainability is at the root of our operation. And that is all driven by the Songsa Foundation, which we highly encourage guests to be a part of. If they want to give back to the local village, that's highly encouraged as well.
Amazing. So our last destination, we're going to jump over to Greece, and we've got Gundari, Infologandros, and Andronis, and that will round up our hotels before we kind of touch on our DMCs. So Gundari is located, as I just said, in Fologandros, so in the Greek islands. It's set on 80 acres of the most spectacular, really raw, rugged landscape. Gundari opened last year in 2024, so it's still relatively new property. And it's located right, in the center of the Greek islands, which makes it extremely accessible to get to. Clients either get there via heli transfer, the Gundari private boat, or just the local ferry as well. It touches in one of the ports too, so you can either get there from Athens, Milos, Santorini, Mykonos. A really amazing one to add to a client's Greece island hop, especially if they've been a few times before and are wanting something really unique and really different. So Gundari is owned by 2 Australian Cypriots, 2 amazing guys from Sydney, and they have really built Gundari, to go in with the landscape. So it's a really amazing, very vibey property that has sustainability at the core, and it's that real rugged, slow luxury. So as you can see from the interiors, it's very earthy vibes. It's very different to that typical white and blues that you see in some of the other parts of Greece. There is 27 suites and villas altogether. They all have these amazing views out over the ocean because Gundari is located up on the top of a cliff. You are getting these sweeping views, which are incredible. There's also 1 to 4-bedroom villas, and the 4-bedroom villas do sleep up to 10 guests. So again, a really amazing option for multi-gens or groups of families that are traveling around the islands together. The good things about the 3 and 4-bedroom villas is they are located a little bit of a distance away from the resort. So it's a really good option for clients that are wanting that private villa experience in the Greek islands, and want to feel like they're on their own, but also have the access to the hotel amenities as well if they want to. So Gundari is that very earthy, minimalist design. It's that real Greek luxury. We do have a swim up pool bar as well in the main pool. And it's also just good to note that whilst Gundari is family friendly, the main pool does take kids from 12 and up, just so that they can keep a little bit of serenity at the main pool. But because all of the suites have private pools, anyone traveling with younger kids are more than welcome to, swim in their private villa pool. So Gundari does have an amazing, real organic farm to table dining experience. This season we had amazing reviews about the dining options, a real world-class wine cellar experiences as well. But one of the main things about Gundari is that it is located on Folegandros, so a very unique, untouched island. We do recommend everyone goes into the main Chura, which is the main town, and they go to the local taverna, they sit with the locals, they dine with the locals. You're not eating with hordes of other tourists. It is a very authentic experience. And everyone that goes to Folegandros just raves about how cute and old school kind of the main Chora still is. So a few exciting things that are coming next year as well for the 2026 season, as well as this farm to table dining restaurant. We are also opening like a bit of an intimate wine bar as well. So there's going to be a cool wine bar opening, and we do have complimentary shuttles that take guests from Gundari down to the local beach and back and down to the local town. So it's really easy accessible to get around the island once you're staying at Gundari. So the rates start about €420 per villa per night. That's obviously in the more like lower seasons, which is really quite accessible for the level of luxury that Gundari is. As I mentioned, it has all of the good amenities that your clients will need. So main pool bars, sustainability practices around the resort as well, which are really amazing and good to kind of experience. And there's also, they offer a Gundari boat day tour, which is what we always recommend clients book into. They'll go out on the Gundari private boat for the day and explore some really beautiful coves, little beaches around Folegandros that are only accessible by boat. And then we'll jump to Andronis. So Andronis are located on Santorini and Paros. So we've got 4 properties in Santorini. I'll touch on kind of each property and how they differ and what sort of clients will go to each of them. So we've got the Andronis concept, which is located in Valley. So it's just out of the main caldera, out of Ia. This is probably one of my favorite properties out of the Andronis portfolio because it is in Santorini, but it's not located right in the hustle and bustle. It's for those clients that want to be a little bit out and experience a little bit more of a relaxed, authentic experience. It's a really great family-friendly property. It's their wellness, kind of holistic experience property as well. Between 1 to 4 bedroom villas and one of the only spots in Santorini that have both sunrise and sunset views. It is also a good one if clients are a little bit more active because it's about a 7-kilometer hike and they can hike around into the caldera and back as well. We also have organic gardens there. There's chickens on property. So it's a really fun one for, clients to get involved, get the eggs in the morning, take them to the cooking class. So a very great one and really good for families. Andronis Luxury Suites is our most VIP property in the Andronis portfolio. It's located right on the cliffs of the Caldera in Ia. It's 33 suites and villas, and it was recently renovated in just this year in 2025. It's now very modern, it's sleek, it's very contemporary in its design, and it is home to one of the most famous restaurants in Santorini, the little dining experience, really intimate restaurant located out on the cliffs side. So all of the rooms feature private infinity pools, heated hot tubs as well, and every suite that gets booked as well comes with a Mini Cooper for your clients to get around the island too. We did have the Kardashians stay there earlier in the year, the opening of the season. And I think that kind of just speaks to the level of privacy that your clients can experience at luxury suites as well. Some of the other hotels you might find in Santorini, especially on the cliffside, you might be looking into, other villas or other pools, but luxury suites, is really private. So if you do have clients that are wanting a little bit more privacy, this is definitely the property for them. So right next door we have Boutique Hotel. So the Boutique Hotel is a little bit more fun. It's funky. It's a really good one for the honeymooners or any couples. It's very Instagrammable. It was renovated in 2024 and they put in all of these really sleek, sexy curves throughout the rooms as well. So your clients are going to feel like they're staying in those real cave suites too. All of the rooms also come with the private plunge pools. And again, a really fun property, staying in the Caldera, but just a little bit more relaxed and funky compared to the luxury suites. And then the most popular one, probably from this Australian market, is Andronis Arcadia. It's located right out on the end of ear. It's the biggest property. It's 113, that boho chic vibe, suites and villas. It's a really good one that kind of ticks off all the boxes for like a resort experience stay. It is designed for families, multi-gen, groups of friends, because it does have those larger villas. It's also got multiple pools. It's got a kids club, activities, 2 restaurants, including the famous beef bar. And it does face the sunset views as well. So your guests can, hang by the pool. The DJ's playing in the arvo. They've got a cocktail. They're watching the sunset. Very vibey property and still only a 5-minute walk to the main dining shopping strip of Santorini. So really easily accessible to get around. And because it is located like more so on the flat, it's great for any clients with mobility issues or families that don't want to stay right on the cliffs. And then we got Andronis Minois in Paros. Andronis Minois last week was just welcomed into the Virtuoso network. So it's a really cool property. It's located right in between kind of the port and the airport of Paros, so really easily accessible to get to. It was designed to really replicate a vibe of a Greek village, like a holiday destination. So you're going to get that really authentic vibe when you're there. Very natural textures and just a 3 to 5 minute walk down to one of the most beautiful beaches of Paros. Relatively quiet beachfront as well, so you're not going to be fighting over day beds. And it's just a really good one that kind of ticks all the boxes, whether it's a family or it's a couple traveling there. It's just a very traditional Paros vibe. And if you want to holiday like the Greeks holiday, this is definitely the property for them. Anyone that we've had through Andronis Minois this season has just raved about how amazing the team are, how beautiful the restaurant is, amazing dining, just all of those little touches, things down to the handcrafted basins in the bathrooms. It's just a property that's been just every little touch point has been really well thought out. And with Paros being such a hot destination for Aussies, it's just a really cool, unique one to add to your island hop. Last thing to note on Minois is that because it's not located a little bit out of the main NASA of Paros, we do have shuttle buses that run throughout the whole day. So 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., the shuttle bus can take your clients around the island to experience the whole island, but then they can retreat back to their beautiful beach in the afternoon and just have that nice relaxed vibe.
All right. Thank you, Neens. I'm just going to quickly introduce you to a couple of our beautiful DMC boutique operators. First up, we have Seas in Greece. There are quite a few on this call that are already utilizing Seas' phenomenal local knowledge and expertise. So Seas is a great DMC, highly professional. You'll receive quotes within 12 hours of your initial inquiry. They are famed for being completely transparent with all of their trade partners that have worked with them and have long-standing partnerships with them. As you all know, Greece is quite a logistical destination, particularly if clients are doing more than your standard Athens, Santorini itineraries. If they want to do a bit more exploration out to the different islands, Seas are great at arranging and personalizing the service to ensure that the guests have a seamless transfer between stays. And they also work as your on island or on land in market concierge. Like we often have had cases in the past where a guest may arrive at one property and not have the most stellar experience, and that can, pretty much set the tone for the rest of their Greece experience. And Cs are the ultimate professionals in ensuring that they ring ahead to the next destination, inform the client or the resort property at the next stop, so that the client stay is elevated at every touch point. That is C's in a nutshell. We also represent Italy Charm in Italy. So Moreno is a beautiful Italian man with the largest black book of unique off the beaten track experiences. So if you're looking for an Italy experience or immersion that is deeply rooted in community, philanthropy, or just experiences like bucket list experiences that clients can't get anywhere else, or you can't find on the internet, Moreno is your man. So special tickets to Andrea Bocelli concerts, access to the Vatican, unique experiences like vintage car drives along the Italian coastline. He is your go-to in destination as well. And then lastly, we also have Anecdotes in India. So Anecdotes are a bit different in that their entire focus is really spotlighting the cultural experiences and off the beaten track experiences of India. So think real immersive experiences, one-on-one chats with academics, or personalities that are at the top of their careers in destination, connections with artisans, if clients are looking for immersions in that textile realm, or even if you have corporate clients that have booked a resort or a hotel location in India for their corporate event, and you need a bit more of immersive activities in between meetings for partners that are traveling to that conference, Anecdotes can help you with that. We also have connections in destinations like Sri Lanka, Mongolia, Bhutan, through the Anecdotes team. So they aren't just India centric, they are India and beyond. And again, very small boutique operators. So every itinerary request that lands on their desk is carefully curated by the teams at our DNC offices. All right, I think that's the end of us. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to stop sharing our screens and turn on our cameras. Thank you so much for staying right till the end.
And we're both
we're like right up in the screens.
Does anyone have any questions or want to know any other info? I was kind of jumping in the chat and answering some things throughout, but if anyone else wants to know anything, just let us know. If you want to also have, a bit of more in-depth or a one-on-one training, feel free to reach out anytime.
Also, we'll send you a link to our FAMIL itineraries and for you to register your interest. We've got quite a few FAMILs planned for 2026. So if any of the destinations that we trained on today are of interest to you, or if you'd like to experience it firsthand, we will be curating a couple of itineraries in the coming weeks, and we'd love for you to be a part of that. Yeah. Thank you again for joining us.
Have a good day.
Have a great day, team.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. See you, lovelies.
How do I turn this off?
Yeah, I can't leave.
We'll take care. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.